Hey guys, how's it going? Mother freaking Thursday. Mother freaking Thursday! And today was supposed to be garbage day, but they postponed it, and we got a lot of snow last night that I got to deal with. So tonight we're going to deal with the snow, and then, yeah, it should be pretty legendary. Not really, but kind of, sort of. We'll just pretend. Pretending's fun, right? Am I right? Another thing I want to do is I want to do some cleaning back here. Like this weekend, I'm supposed to go and help a friend move a freaking stuff. And I realized, you know what? I got a lot of computers back here that are just garbage. Like I got this old quad core 6600. I got an Athlon 64 here. I want to clear out all under here. I got a whole bunch of like blank CDs and DVDs. I haven't burnt a CD and or a DVD since friggin' forever. I didn't even realize this computer had a CD-ROM tray until I accidentally dragged a file over the D drive and the damn thing ejected and caught me in the leg. Why am I keeping this crap? So the hazardous waste depot will take it all. I might just strip the hard drives out of the computers. I don't know how big they are. Right now I'm actually using the media mod on the GoPro with my lapel mic. I'm hoping this works. Friggin' hoping, because I'd really like to have clearer sound when I'm chatting with you guys from the GoPro. The GoPro does okay, but also I'm ordering a new battery on Amazon because I can't find them locally because nobody has any. If you don't have a GoPro Hero 9 or 10 right now, you can't buy a battery in locally. That's all people are stocking. There's a couple GoPro Hero 8s on clearance over at Best Buy, but nothing with battery. So Amazon has the new battery for $29.99. I'll scoop that up because this battery here is starting to inflate. And it's probably because the average person doesn't use a GoPro as much as a vlogger who does it daily. I could be wrong. Also probably doesn't help that I plug an external battery pack into it while I'm out and about vlogging away. So, you know, in it to win it. I'm just on a quick little station identification break, and then I'm going to get back at her. Like I say, tonight I want to get this all sorted out. These computers, that one, that laptop, which is, I'll show you that thing later on tonight. She's ancient. I don't even have a power brick for it. I can't even turn it on. That computer and the Lian Li case. And I think there's another case. There's a server down there, the HP media server. All that shit is going to get sent to the hazardous, I don't know why they call it hazardous. Basically the recycling center for, you know, not pop and chip bottles. Fun times. Fun times. I won't be able to go to the hazardous waste depot until Saturday or Sunday. I got to find out what's going on, like if I'm delivering that washer and dryer for Clifford or not. But I won't be able to go on the weekend until the weekend, so I'm gonna have to put those computers somewhere where they're gonna be. Man, he's getting old. It took him forever to walk downstairs, but I'm gonna have to put those computers somewhere where they're gonna be easily grabbable, so I can just drive them in the back of my truck and then drive them off to the depot and get rid of them. For some reason, I think I have another one kicking around somewhere. Because you know how us nerds are, right? We just have technology laying around friggin' everywhere. Gonna have to look around and see. Because I think I have some blown laptops too, like some old archaic shit. I know I have one Lenovo that I am gonna keep. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Oh, you guys wanna know what else is cool? Check this out. Guess what? The drain finally cleared. Let the peasants rejoice, eh? But yeah, I'm gonna have to get those computers out of there. There's also a box in my closet. I thought tomorrow was garbage day because Monday I thought was a holiday, but it turns out the holiday was on the weekend, and yeah, they ended up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I missed garbage day. They actually came around today. I thought they were coming around tomorrow, so I got an app on my phone that tells me when they come around. I'm sure it said something last night and I just X'd off the notification and never checked. That's my fault. That's my doing. That's my stupidity. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna take the dog outside. Okay, bye. For Christ's sakes, I let the dog out. What's the first thing he does? Charges face first into a snowbank. He came back in the house and his face was all covered in snow. So funny. Friggin' dog, man. He thinks he's a husky. He's not a husky. It's warm enough in here where the snow melted off him pretty quick, so that's pretty good. A lot of snow out there and it's still coming down. It's like I don't want to snow blow while the snow's still coming down. I want to wait for it to stop. But at this rate, I don't know if it ever will. Sunday, depending on the situation, I might get out on the hard ice, rip a hole and dangle for some guppies, but no guarantee that'll happen. Just gonna friggin' live it to win it and see what happens. Right now, I'm just on a station identification break. At 4 o'clock, I gotta cover a special queue for the last friggin' time. I'm just waiting for an email to come in so I can do my security check for the new job, and that should be pretty easy because I just did one. I don't know why they can't reuse the one I just friggin' did for the current job. Same damn company, but it is what it is. And then, I don't know when they're gonna roll me in. That's the big question. I guess I gotta wait for the security passes and all that fun stuff. and then they'll drop me in. Literally been doing the OMAD, 1 meal a day. That's been my thing this whole week. Just eating supper and trying to burn at least 3,000 calories a day, which isn't easy when you're confined to a desk and you can't get up and move around except for when you take your breaks. Man, desk jobs, they're brutal, right? And there was a comment made on Facebook about how it's amazing how 5,000 years of eating bread, and now there's people with gluten intolerance. I'd like to say the reason why people have a gluten intolerance now is because of jobs like this, where they're eating high carbohydrate meals, but they're not doing high carbohydrate things. Like people, I finally figured it out. The difference between, like on my Fitbit, for instance, depending on what my heart rate is, I'm either sitting in normal, fat burn, or cardio. Now, at first I thought that was stupid. What's the difference? Well, basically, normal is just you're sedentary. You're sitting in your desk. You're sitting on the couch watching TV. Your resting heart rate. And then fat burn is when you're doing stuff like you're walking around. You're putting motion in. You're doing something, right? You're not just sitting in a desk and typing on a computer or sitting on a couch watching a television. You're out there. You're shoveling. You're walking behind a snowblower, lawnmower, whatever. So now your heart rate goes up because you're in motion, you're doing stuff. And then cardio is where you're really exerting a lot of energy. You'd need a different fuel type for that. Now, it took a while for me to research this and figure it out. So when you're in fat burn, basically your body can run and it doesn't require as much energy as it would. It's like a hybrid car, right? Like a Prius, where if you're just going and stopping and you're not accelerating hard, it'll run off the electric engine. But when you rug the throttle, then the gas engine kicks in to offer more support. Consider the gas engine sugar, your carbohydrates, your glucose. The electric is the fat, okay? So when you're just basically doing simple things like walking on a treadmill, pedaling a bike, and you're not really exerting yourself, but you're still giving her, your body will use fat mainly then. Now, if you do have carbs, your body will resort to using glucose over fat. But once you run out of glucose, if it doesn't need to use more glucose and it can use ketones, she's going to use ketone. Now, a lot of people who are on keto probably notice that, and I noticed this too, and I couldn't figure it out why. Like when I was pedaling my bike. When I'm just pedaling around, I feel great. I feel awesome. If I'm just going at a regular pace and I'm giving her and it's not too rough, but it's, you can tell you're exerting energy, then I just want to check my time here. We're good. Then your body's going to burn ketones and you're going to burn fat. But the moment you try to go all in and you start pedaling like crazy, if you don't have glucose to work, you start to notice burning in the muscles and stuff. What's happening is your body's actually resorting to burning glycogen, basically sugar stored in the muscle. So it's basically recruiting the glucose and putting that to work for that burst of power. This is the reason why a lot of bodybuilders will eat like something carbohydrated before going to the gym. Let it be rice, pasta, hockey players too, right? Because think about a hockey player out there skating. They're not just doing the leisurely skate in the friggin' shinny rink down at the old ice shack. No, they're out there. They're pushing with all their power. They're throwing themselves around that ice at super speeds. They're just giving them burst. So they're constantly running on carbohydrates, constantly running on glucose. And when they run out, they burn out. Then you get like muscle pains and all that. And it took me a long time to figure that out on how that worked and why this Fitbit is reporting a fat burn versus a cardio. Because when you're in cardio mode, your heart rate's really up. You need some fast burning energy. Ketosis and ketones are not a fast burning energy. Your liver has to produce them. And then it's not as readily available as carbohydrates. So if you're just out there pedaling your bike, doing a sedentary pedal, you're on a low carb diet and you're just giving her, and your heart rate's sitting around $115 to $125, you're not in the cardio zone. But the moment you just really give her and that heart rate shoots right up, you better hope you have some sugar on hand or she's going to recruit from the glucose in your muscles, the glucagon. It took me a while to realize that. And because of nowadays, 90% of the people out there are having like a sandwich with their lunch or Subway or stuff like that, which is high in carbs, but they come back, sit in an office chair for like 4 to 8 hours. They're not using those glucose. So what happens is all the gluten in your body is just staying in your body. It's not doing anything. Just like a cat allergy, just like any allergy, you expose yourself to something for too damn long, even insulin. You expose yourself to sugar for too damn long, your body will retaliate by saying, yeah, there's a lot of this stuff in here. We don't know what it is. Send in the antibodies. Welcome to type 2 diabetes. Because your insulin's always cranked, antibodies go to fight the insulin. Antibodies go to fight the gluten. There's your gluten allergy. There's your celiac disease. Makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Anyway, back to work I go. Alrighty guys, we are done for the day. Just making sure I signed out. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Close out of my email. Well, you probably already saw the freaking header because it kind of plays before the clip because that's how I roll. And it literally said free meat. Guys, that's the best kind of meat. But what's really going on is my buddy's dad shot some moose and some deer, made some sausages, apparently has too much, dropped a bunch off in his fridge. He freaking hates wild game. Didn't know who to give it to. He asked a bunch of his friends and they're all like, ew, that's disgusting. I'd rather eat pork sausages and beef steaks and stuff like that. So then reached out to me and said, hey, do you like wild game? And I said, does the Tin Man have a sheet metal cock? And they're like, okay, I'll take that as a yeah. They're like, I got a whole bunch of moose and deer sausages and stuff for you if you're interested. Just only problem is you got to swing by because my car's in the shop. Car's in the shop. I got to go pick it up. Not a big deal, man. A little bit of a drive for some friggin' free wild game. I'm in it to win it. The last clip, you probably noticed the audio sounded off. Hell, it probably sounds off on this clip too. I discovered it's because it wasn't filming from the camera, or from this mic. It was filming from the one on the media mod. And let's just say that mic is kind of piss. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get my shit on, so I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm not gonna bring you guys along because don't feel like filming the drive, but I'll be back and I'll show you free meat. Alrighty guys, I'm home and we got some seriously good frozen, well, not really. They threw this in, it's moose jerky, pretty sweet. Some sort of a frozen kielbasa. I don't know, that's gonna be pretty awesome. Another frozen lump. More deer jerky. I don't understand what that is, but it's, they shot a moose and made it into food. This is breakfast sausages. And Doug told me they threw in something just for Cookie Monster. Some cheese. It's double smoked cheddar. So that's pretty awesome. They didn't have to give me the cheese, but he was like, for your dog, Oreo's gonna appreciate that. Not right now because it's frozen because they had it in the freezer. So I'm gonna chuck that somewhere in the fridge. I'm gonna put all this stuff in the fridge. I can make charcuterie out of it. Actually, I don't even want to call it charcuterie anymore. I'm gonna call it what Olivia and Hammy call it, Shark Cutie. And then Nikki sent me a picture today of another charcuterie board that was called Shark Coochie. And that was kind of funny too. Those sausages, I'll probably eat those tomorrow. And this jerky, I'm gonna put it in my butter container like so. Anyway, I gotta get out there. I parked the truck on the side of the road. I gotta go out and blow some snow. I'm not gonna film it because the GoPro battery really dislikes when I do that. So I'm just gonna go out there, get the job done, and then I'll be back. Okay, bye. I just checked the weather network to see if we're gonna get any more snow driveways done. Holy crap, it's cold enough out there. A snowman will get frostbite, let me tell you. Jesus, Murphy. Mother Nature, calm down. I live in the north, what do you expect? And it's funny, Nikki was telling me it's like actually not too bad there. I'm like, man, I should move. But I was chatting with a buddy earlier today, I forgot to mention this. And he was talking about ice fishing. He's like, man, my luck sucks. And I'm like, didn't catch any? He's like, oh no, I caught them. Couldn't keep them. And I'm like, squeakers? He goes, no. See, last year was his first time going out ice fishing on Nipissing. Well, his first time as well going out ice fishing. And he caught, like me, the average perch. He didn't catch any pike, though. That was my first pike last year in the winter. But all the walleye he caught were like net slippers, as Struckus calls them. You know, between 15 to 17 inches. Couldn't keep them. This year, that's the new slot size. So this year, he catches a walleye that was 18.5 and another one that was 19.2. Had to put them back. Last year's regs, that would have been fine. I'm like, man, I can just see it now. Like last year at the point, when we would go out go fishing, when the sun would go down, the walleye would come in. And all the walleye we caught, like the kids caught a couple big ones, but I never did. I caught little squeakers. The biggest one I caught was 16 inches, and I had to put them back. You watch this year, this spring, when I go fishing, going after the walleye, watch all the misses I get. just watch how I catch one and it's like 19 inches long or 20 inches long and I gotta sadly take a picture with it and then put it back to let it swim off because it can't go in the grease. It's gonna happen because that's my freaking luck with this sport. Mind you, I do like perch. You know, if I catch perch, I'll scale them, gut them, behead them, pan fry them, drive them in my face hole. It'll be good. But it would be nice to catch a couple of Walters through the ice that I can keep because 2 Walters, that's a good freaking meal right there, boys. 4 fillets of awesomeness plus the cheek meat, which is like a freshwater scallop. So good, so good. You can ask anybody who fishes walleye. They'll say that's the best part is the cheek meat. I never grabbed it before. Somebody on YouTube was like, are you harvesting the cheek meat? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Jumped on the old YouTubes and looked it up and was like, well, piss. I've been missing out on some delectables. And not anymore. No, no, no. Now we take the cheek meat too. Anywho, my friggin' feet are freezing. It's freezing outside. I'm pretty sure that drain's gonna freeze again. And so like I said, I can't really go to the hazardous waste depot tomorrow because they close at 5 and I'm off at 5. So Saturday I'm gonna bring those old computers in. So probably tonight I might extract them and move them out of here. Mainly the ones that are underneath here and anything else that's underneath there. I wanna get it out of here because I don't see a point in keeping them. I literally haven't used them in forever, just been storing them for no reason. So might as well dump them, right? Makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna go put in a brief workout and then have a shower, probably eat some food, and then I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay guys, I think I finally figured out this media mod. I hope you can hear me. Anyway, it's super late and I didn't touch the computers. I ended up getting on a phone call with Nikki and we were talking for 5 hours. Anyway, doesn't matter. I can't do anything. Wow, it's so cold down here. I need to pump the air from the friggin' Bitcoin mining room down here into the living room. Jesus, Murphy. She's freaking cold. Like, why is it so bitter cold then? It's not like super cold, not freezing, but well, 69 degrees. I can't get that to go any higher than 68. That thermostat hasn't worked in forever. I'm thinking about upgrading to the Nest thermostat in the very near future. Reason being is that I can control it from my smartphone. But the problem is I don't know the wiring system on that thing. So I got to take it apart and have a look, see if my furnace can accept the Nest. Because if I can install the Nest friggin' system, that'd be nice. But yeah, I didn't move the computers, but like I said, I can't go to the hazardous waste depot until Saturday. And that's if I have time between helping Clifford and everything else. And I think Sunday they're closed. Let's ask Stupid if she knows. Hey Stupid, what time is the hazardous waste depot open till on Sunday?
My apologies, I don't understand.
Because she's awesome. I'll have to look it up on the internet. I gotta go to the city hall and find out because it's a city service. But I'm pretty sure right now my drain is frozen again. I don't want to run water to find out. Reason why I say it's probably frozen again is because right now in North Bay it is -24 and snowing. Just clear the driveway and it's freaking snowing again. I'm telling you guys, whoever said do a job right, you'll never have to do it again. Obviously never shovel the Canadian driveway. Just putting that out there. But for anybody who has one of these media mods for your GoPro Hero 8, I discovered something since the latest firmware update to 2.50. When I have the external mic plugged in, the microphone on the back, when the microphone's not plugged in, it just shows a picture of the microphone. Because basically there's a microphone plugged into the USB port. But when you plug into the 3.5mm jack, that microphone symbol gets a dot in the middle. And that means that thing's doing all the work now, not the stupid whiny thing that's actually on it. And by that I mean the microphone that's attached to the media mod. It's pretty bad. The media mod mic sounds worse than the mic built into the GoPro Hero 8. That's upsetting. That's really upsetting. Like, GoPro, you made a great product. Why does the media mod suck? Figure it out. Now, I can't really speak for the media mod for the GoPro Hero 9 as I don't have a Hero 9. And apparently it works for the Hero 10 too. You know, I might upgrade my game later on in life, but right now this thing seems to be holding out. So thinking for ice fishing, I plug a battery pack into this sea sucker and a freaking microphone and we go out on the ice and you should be able to hear me clear as day, as well as have a good time ice fishing. And if it's warm enough, I might not have to deploy a shack. I can just stand there and jig. But if it's not, then shacks ahoy. Friggin' set her up and let her rip, tater chip. We'll see if we go out on Sunday. No promises, because life can get busy like that. And if it does, it does, and then we will deal. Right now, as far as the job front goes, still waiting for the security forms to come in. Like I said, I already did one like a couple months ago for my current position because you got to renew those every so often. So I'll do another one. It's another $50 I got to pay because that's what they charge for these things. Yeah, you got to pay for a job. Did you know that? I remember I didn't have a credit card in 2017, and Triton, or I think it's Triton, they don't take Visa debit because they don't classify it as a valid credit card. I don't know why some places require you to have a credit card. If you have money in the bank, then they're going to get their money right away, where with a credit card it's like they get their money right away as well, I guess. But now they accept Visa debit. Back then I had to go to the grocery store, and I had to buy these vanilla cards. You ever heard of those things? They're preloaded. So I had to go buy a friggin' preloaded vanilla card, and because it's a $52 thing, I had to buy a $75 vanilla preloaded freaking credit card, Visa card, and use that to do a security test. And then I just used the rest of it, burn the balance off on some freaking groceries or some shit. Can't remember what the hell I used it for. But yeah, I had to go buy a credit card, because I don't have credit cards, because why? I don't need them. Don't have money for something, you probably shouldn't buy it, you know? Some people keep credit cards for emergencies. Other people get credit cards and they spend them on stupid things, like they go out and just burn them, you know, and then they're in super debt and they lose their job to COVID, can't afford to pay their freaking credit card debt, and lose everything they own. It's not a good time. Don't fall down that rabbit hole. It's bad. It's bad. But a lot of places have fixed it now where Visa debit works just as good. Like, for Amazon, they want a credit card, Visa debit works fine. That's what I've been doing ever since the day of beginning. And anything that takes PayPal, that's even better because that's secure too. And Visa debit carries the same securities as a Visa card, which is nice. So if you get frauded or defrauded of money or anything like that, you know, you can call the number and they'll reverse the transaction and save the mother-freaking day. But anyway, guys, it's like I said, it's late o'clock. What is it? Friggin' 11:16. I'm going to get to bed. I'm pretty pooped. And tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is Friday for me. You guys are probably watching this on a not Friday, or not a Thursday, but that's how she goes. Anyway, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, just down below they go. And until next time, guys, friggin' live it to win it and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.